What's up, upstanders? Dr. O here, and like many of y'all, I saw that Lauryn Hill Doechii set out of Miami. I mean, that was wow. I when I heard this, my daughter sent me the video, and I was like, okay, I'll check the video out, a little bit later. And I just thought it was going to be something like one of them being the hype person for the other. We've seen things like that, but when Doechii came out there and busted the whole verse out, it was a real moment. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a Doechii expert. I can't say I'm a fan of her music because I don't know a lot of it. I've just listened to her, most recent album. A lot of people get the Grammy buzz and so on and so forth. But it's not because I don't care for her or anything like that. It's just that I'm the type of person like many of y'all. I gotta listen to music at a deeper level. I can't just listen to it, have the GPS instructions messing stuff up. I need to do deeper dives. So when I listened to her latest album, I was like, okay, yeah, this is one of those joints I'm gonna have. Some albums you ain't got to do this, right? Real talk with people, but like this is one of those albums I gotta sit down and actually listen, phone off, TV off, set for set, lyrics ready, being able because that this is Doechii is clearly somebody, and all of y'all who are Doechii fans already know this. Bobby is somebody who has layers. Not because she was won a Grammy. She's talented way before the Grammy. As you can tell, the Grammy's not my measure of success. She clearly has the lyrical skills and she clearly has the story. And so I encourage a lot of people to listen to her more. But back to my general point, there are two things I absolutely love about hip hop at this stage of my life. Number one is seeing old concerts from performers and rappers particularly from the 90s, the best era in hip hop. No one's disagreeing with that there, right? I'm looking comments, nobody, right? I love seeing collaborations. I love seeing surprise performances. I'm still mad that when LL Cool J came to Washington D.C., he brought out Queen Latifah, and I was just at home. I didn't really feel like I did. If I knew Latifah was going to be there, I'd have been front row, straight up. But anyway, I love that. I remember last time Jay Z did a concert. Timbaland was the DJ. I went to see a Wu Tang and Nas, and like Talib Kweli was doing a set with De La Soul. Like that was a surprise for people. So I just love that. I love when the old school cats come together and do things because these were guys on many levels growing up were competitors. Don't collab with this person. Beef and all of that other type of stuff because everyone's trying to get theirs. But now all of these guys got theirs, so they can do all the collaborations and stuff that they want, which I think is amazing. The other thing that I love about modern day hip hop is seeing new folks, new school folks, middle school folks, and old school folks come together. Cause look, I could say like maybe like a decade ago, I felt like there were and look, y'all who are deeper into it than I am, correct me. This is a conversation. I feel like there was a lot of hate uh, that was targeted at the newer generations. Of course, you had people like the Dr. Dre's who would invest in like a Kendrick Lamar and stuff like that. But generally speaking, there was a lot of this new age stuff is crap. They got no talent, so on. They're biting our style, or they don't respect the elders. I remember seeing Method Man in the interview, and he was talking with about this rapper, a younger rapper who he heard dissing Notorious B.I.G. And he was like, "Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that in our culture. You don't see other genres, rock musicians, the old heads disrespect the younger folks and vice versa. Now, maybe they do like behind closed doors or whatever, but they don't make it a point to go out and disrespect the legends, right?" And so that was another reason why it was beautiful to see. In my global hip hop and resistance class at American University, and I showed a documentary, Ladies First, that came out on Netflix, which celebrates women in hip hop because women have been so disregarded in hip hop and in many levels have been looked at as an accessory to hip hop as opposed to being right there at the beginning with groups like, the Sequence and so many groups, rest in peace. I mean, Angie Stone, one of the originators of women in hip hop. A lot of people don't know that story. Rest in peace and power. We definitely miss you for real. But like women were not there as accessories. They were there rapping and then Funky Four plus one more. Like who was the one more? Like you gotta know that history. You gotta know that story. People give so much credit to Kool Herc and what he did with establishing the hip hop parties and stuff. But that was him and his sister. I believe her name was Cindy, right? I believe. who arranged that, was like the first hip hop producer. Like these stories have to be told. You have to go and watch Ladies First, because if you don't know that story, it's going to be just completely disregarded. And one of the parts of the story of the Hip Hop Ladies First documentary that was so special was hearing these young artists talk about Lauryn Hill, hearing the way that they, like Rhapsody and all these other talk about Lauryn Hill and what she did for them in terms of encouraging them to be beautiful, celebrating themselves, and how they appreciated her as a dark skinned sister coming up in this space. And then you saw the post that Doechii put out on Instagram about how she, Lauryn Hill was the first person she listened to from beginning to end. Shout out to Doechii's mom for being the one to play that in the car back and forth. So yeah, it was a moment. And we need these moments. We love these moments. Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl halftime performance. I love hip hop moments, and we need more of those. And this, what I love about, and then Busta Rhymes came out there and just did what he do. You know what I'm saying? So what I hope that, and look, this Drake Kendrick Lamar beef, we know it's been officially over like 80 years ago. And Drake, look, y'all can say Drake lost and all this other, which he did. I mean, but he's still a millionaire and he's still selling albums. These guys are gonna be all right. So my hope is that situations like what we saw with the Super Bowl, situations like what we saw, with Doechii and Lauryn Hill, and I know there's lots of other ones out there. Talk about them in the chat, post the links, right? We'll just allow more of us to come together, like get out of this silly beef, tearing each other down and all of this other type of stuff. Again, I haven't gotten deep into Doechii's lyrics and the likes, but I definitely plan to. Every artist is deserving of exploration. They put the work out there. I know as an artist, I want people to explore my work. But I just want to thank Lauryn Hill. I want to thank you. And Lauryn Hill is somebody who gets maligned a lot over the years, concerts not starting on time and all of this other type of stuff. But Lauryn Hill is an icon for us in our space. We love her, we uplift her, we uphold her, regardless of any of the critiques. And so I love the fact that she's still out there doing what she's doing. And I also love the fact that she's embracing the younger generation, and that the younger generation is embracing her. She, Cardi B, and Doechii are the only ones, females, have been rap album of the year and stuff. So let's just get more moments. Let's just get more moments. It was, and I'm reading the comments and videos that I saw, people talking about they cried seeing this. I can't imagine what it was like being there, for something like that. Because obviously both of them were on the list of performers, but Doechii was listed as a special guest. She obviously, we know she's gonna have her set, but to come out there and do that verse that was like her favorite verse, like just all of that. Thank you all for that moment, and let's get more. There's enough to go around in hip hop to make that happen. Peace.